Welcome, your WagerTalk TV studios. You've wandered in from somewhere. You're going to be listening to Fade It with Finn, one of the most accurate, most profitable, and easily the most entertaining of our free picks sections or opt-ads, commentaries, should I say. Again, welcome, WagerTalk TV. First week of the 2022-23 NFL season. Very exciting stuff. We're going to visit a game in Glendale, Arizona, just west of Phoenix, and we're going to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs and the Arizona Cardinals. There's a lot to talk about this, and if we had a long 1-hour segment, we probably couldn't get in everything I'd like to tell you or what I believe this game is going to lead to, or how it's going to play out, should I say. The Chiefs opened as 3-point road favorites, and as of this Fade It with Finn taping, Patrick Mahomes and his soldiers are now 6-point road chalk. And the fact that they opened as 3 and are now where they're at, this is not public money. It's not all public money. There's quite several sharp groups who are supporting Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and his teammates. And we'll talk a little bit real quickly about why. First off, no Tyreek Hill, no problem. No DeAndre Hopkins, and I can't say the same no. The same no can't possibly be used. Let me show you why, or let me tell you why. With Hopkins, the pass catchers among the Arizona Cardinals and Murray averaged 6.4 yards per play. Without Hopkins, 4.9 yards per play. Murray was blitzed almost 24% of the time on third downs. With Hopkins, he was blitzed almost 50% of the time on third downs without Hopkins. And most important, A.J. Green's catch rate without Hopkins, 45%. His catch rate with Hopkins, incredible 70%. The third down EPA with Hopkins, 0.35. Without, 0.04. You're going to see a lot of 4 receiver sets, 10 personnel usage for the third straight year under Kingsbury, especially without Hopkins. You're going to see an expanded role for the 5'7" Rondale Moore. They're going to use his speed a la Hill or maybe McCole Hardman. But the truth is that September is owned by Mahomes. The Chiefs have averaged over 36 points per game in week 1. He has a 41-3 touchdown to interception ratio. I trust Andy Reid much more than I trust Kingsbury. And we can go on and on and on. And this is a difficult task. And it's going to be a difficult season, I believe, for Murray, even with his new contract. With Kingsbury, some of the issues they have in the secondary. For a team that basically ranked very close to what the Chiefs did defensively in the secondary, they did nothing to improve that. Week 1 in Arizona, second, I guess it'll be a 4 o'clock Eastern time start. Expect this to be potentially, one of the most lopsided games of the day, and not according to the odds makers, obviously, and lopsided with the visiting team being the one that lops something upside the Arizona Cardinals head. Take the Chiefs -6 in Arizona on Sunday in week 1. And with that, we're not going to break. We're going to lead right into the second game, and I'll be as short as I can because I can already feel the pressure of the time limits we have on this. And we're going to visit Dallas and the game between Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady, and the Dallas Cowboys. I wish that I had a bunch of intuitive, just impressive stats to give you, matchups. Listen, this is going to be the second year in a row. This is the second year in a row that Dallas is going to try to upend Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucs. They failed last year. They'll fail again this year for a number of reasons. I get it again, the personnel in this matchup. Brady's issue and only issue is the offensive line. They've lost a few of the soldiers down there. They're going to have a new center. But I assure you that I trust Tom Brady on 1 week of practice with his players, with his coaching staff, than I do a year's worth of practice with the coaches and the player personnel currently on the Dallas roster. In conclusion, and I'm going to make this really short and sweet, we're fading the Arizona Cardinals in week 1 in Arizona. The second game of my set here, we're fading the Dallas Cowboys. And these two teams are going to be fades for me at least for the first 4 weeks. It'll change from week to week, depends on injuries, depends on situations, obviously. But this Dallas team got no better. In fact, they got worse in the offseason. Sure, they're going to have a healthy quarterback. Certainly, things are going to look a little different heading into week one. Lots of excitement, playing a soft division. But they did nothing that's going to make them better offensively. They can score. We know that. Even maybe they'll be a little better defensively, but without a good coaching staff, without the useful advantages, and the Cowboys came close to beating Tom Brady and company in their season over last year. They did. The team exchanged the lead twice in the final 2 minutes. Greg Zuerlein kicked a go-ahead field goal for Dallas with 1:24 left to play, only to give the ball back to Brady and find a game-winning drive before suck-up field goal with 2 seconds left. Sealed the deal. Despite a lot of roster changes for Dallas this offseason, odds makers are giving them America's team label. They're being backed wholeheartedly, along with Philadelphia, as the best team in the NFC East, all the futures, and even being promoted and even being pimped that they are Super Bowl contenders. It's just not the case. This team's not good enough. The division's not good enough to challenge them and make them better as the season goes on. Brady, despite the losses on this offensive line, is going to be Brady in week one. And they've got Shaq Mason, who Brady loves. They're their center. They lost their center injury, but there's Robert Hainsley and there's the rest of the group. He's got a ton of terrific receivers. Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks go into Dallas in week one, spoil their home season opener, and status quo remains. Dallas will disappoint. Tampa Bay will be in the mix for NFC Championship game at season's end. Fade Dallas in week one, fade Arizona in week one. Those are my 2 plays you're listening or have been listening to. Fade with Finn. Thanks for coming.